J Steph, man, back at it with some UK drill content. All right, we finna tap into this video that I found on the YouTube. It was dropped 2 years ago. New school stories. This is called "The Story of UK Drill: The Most Underrated Drill Movement." All right. Now I don't know if he's going to get in specifics on different eras of drill. If he's going to talk about, you know, Heady One, RV, LD, Scribs. I mean, well, that's the same person. Shoot. I don't gigs and all them. I don't know if he's going to talk about them eras. I don't know, or if he's going to talk about a little bit of, you know, our era that we know now today, like the Susses, the SJs, the Lowskis, the 410s of the world, I'm trying to remember everybody. You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or is he going to talk about that shit? But anyway, we're finna find out what we're about to talk about, and I'm going to give my, you know, intake of what I know about UK drill. Again, I've been, you know, knowing about UK drill since like 2019. That's kind of what I built my channel off of. But yeah, we're finna find out. Go add our little 2 cents in. Y'all can get in the comment section and put y'all little 2 cents in as well. It's another one of those kind of like not more so commentary videos of me just reacting and just giving my thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? So be sure to tap them links down below, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we're on the road to 10K. We're at 5.7. Let's get to 6K so we can then go to 7. All right. Be sure to tap them links down below, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, let's get it, man.
Drill is at the creative front line of British urban music.
It's the new sound through which young people can express themselves.
Originating in Chicago, it's now well established in the UK. The most popular MCs get millions of views online.
Some believe that the growing popularity and influence of drill music are contributing to what's been described.
Today, a judge banned 5 young drill artists from performing or uploading songs that incite violence.
Yeah,
it's not like it's just music.
Yeah.
The majority of them are trying to kill each other.
In the past 2 years, Scotland Yard has asked
CB.
YouTube to remove around 50
Shout out
drill
CB,
videos
man.
they say incite violence.
Because he was, dog,
Now the video
he's
sharing
locked
site
down.
has removed
No
more than
bap.
30.
Although it has always been underrated in the eyes of most Americans, UK drill has had a huge movement and an undeniable impact worldwide. Starting in 2013, this scene was the first major drill movement to pop after Chicago, and over the years, UK drill grew into its own flourishing movement, producing huge stars of its own, pulling in millions of views and streams. This genre shined a light in the trenches, and whether you're in the hood in the south side of Chicago or South London, you'll see the same conditions of poverty, lack of opportunity, and the violence and other problems that accompany them. And unfortunately, just like every other drill scene, the music will play a role in glorifying the violence and instigating beefs between different groups. London would end up bringing a new sound to the genre that ended up making its way back to the US in the form of New York drill, leaving a lasting impact on hip-hop that is...
I ain't gonna lie, and just to comment on CB's video, this was probably the only music video this nigga has ever been in. Cause I can look at this nigga and be like, yeah, that's CB. That's him, bro. I know that's CB. You can see by his belly, okay? That's him, alright? But yeah, this is probably the only video that this nigga CB has ever been in. Ever since then, this nigga been in jail, locked up. But yeah, shout out to CB though. I don't know, I just had to say that.
Still very present in the current day. So in this video, we'll take a look at the story of UK drill. Before we get started, these videos do take a lot of time to research.
Subscribe to bro, subscribe to bro.
So if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell for notifications. Before we get into the video, there's one quick announcement for any artists, clothing brand owners, content creators, social media influencers, or anyone else looking to promote their goods or services or get paid to promote someone else's goods or services on their platform. New School Promo will be launching shortly, and this will serve as a network between those looking to promote on YouTube, Instagram, and any other networks with micro-influencers.
Is this nigga promo in, bruh? I just noticed that.
One of the strongest empires the world had ever seen. But in the past 5 decades, it has transformed into a modern metropolis and melting pot of many different cultures from across the world who contribute to form its unique culture. However, just like every major city, there's a dark side. An area stricken by poverty, lack of opportunity, and all of the negative consequences that come along with these things. Many of the areas most afflicted by these unfortunate realities are located in South London. Today's story begins in one of these poverty-stricken hoods in South London, in a neighborhood called Brixton. For years, Brixton was notorious for being one of the roughest areas in South London, but in the early 10s, it would become known for something else, because around 2013, it would become the birthplace of UK drill. In order to understand the impact of drill, it's important to understand where the UK's music scene was before drill hit. Since the 80s and 90s, London has had a high population of immigrants from the Caribbean as well as Africa, and this was clear in the musical styles in the Black British community. In the late 2000s and early 10s, dancehall and Caribbean style music was present in the music scene, as well as hip-hop tracks inspired by the sound of 2000s American hip-hop. The Black youth in London also had their own original genre, and not even hip-hop, much less drill. So, up until the beginning of the 10s, the Black London music scene consisted of 2000s hip-hop, dancehall, reggae, and grime. However, over in Chicago, around 2011, a new sound called drill was being created. Pioneers like King Louie, E-Day, Billionaire Black, FBG Duck, and Chief Keef were leading the sound, and in 2012, Keef blew up, taking the job.
And I say this too, Chicago drill is the reason for everybody in every gang that have been ever known to man is dissing deads. This is why. It's because of Chicago, bro. Nobody in gangland history was ever dissing deads. Nobody was doing that, bro. You can pull it up. Nobody was dissing deads before Chicago got famous with this shit. Everybody started dissing dead niggas and dead people, bro, because of Chicago. It started with these niggas, bro. It's these niggas' fault, okay? These niggas were the first niggas in music to really start mentioning niggas dying on the track and being disrespectful on the track like that. And this is why you have what he's about to get into. This is pre-UK drill. You know what I'm saying? Now he's about to get into UK drill after the fact, right? And Chicago is the main reason why everybody is dissing deads and why everybody is so disrespectful today. No cap.
To the masses. 2013 would be the first time UK artists started hopping on these beats to diss each other. Like most drill movements, the UK drill scene started off with two groups that had...
Okay, also too, my fault for pausing. I will say this also, like, that's not to say, like, niggas wasn't still dissing people on the track and mentioning names. Like, oh, you can say, oh, I caught my man lacking at the barbershop and we just beat him up or some shit. But, like, if he were to die, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't say that. But nowadays, after drill with Chicago, when Chicago started dissing deads, now it's, I called my man at the barbershop and then they would blur it out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's more disrespectful now because of that. And then they set a whole wave and a whole generation of, you know, gangbangers and, you know, gangsters alike just dissing deads. You know what I'm saying?
These two groups were called 150 and 6-7. They were both in Brixton, and in the 2000s they were cool, but in the 10s they fell out and became enemies. Both groups had several rappers. 150 had Sticks and M-Dog, and 6-7 had Scribs, Dempsey, Monkey, and Bully Green. In 2012, the music these rappers were making was a reflection of the early 10s London scene. Sticks and M-Dog were dropping dancehall inspired tracks.
In the A-side real where I'm posted up. Any disrespect, boy, you gon' hold a slug. Hoodie gritty YGs will poke you up.
While Scribs and Dempsey were dropping early 2000s hip-hop and grime influenced songs.
Official with the burner up on anybody. When you hear show, niggas keep it stepping from running. Cause most time I got a big weapon on me.
You ain't stopping me. I heard Donnies wanna pop at me, but I got the low down properly. I'm aware, so nothing ain't shocking me. Donnie.
But you could tell Sticks was listening to Chief Keef as early as mid-2012.
Jimmy baby, on light, sauce baby,
Hello, Ivy.
Salsa baby, no wrong baby,
Y'all
Jimmy, baby.
Definitely was listening to Chief Keef.
Chicago drill beats. Yeah, Bully Green was possibly the first UK rapper to ever hop on a Chicago drill beat. On December 25th of 2012, he dropped a song called Lean Freak, which was clearly influenced by Chief Keef in Chicago.
Drink so much I can't feel me. Drink so much whole brain free.
That sounds smack like a Chicago track.
We be in the bricks, try to send for sticks, them bitches cracking. Niggas getting killed, the shit's been a drill. Bitches cracking.
2013 would be the official start to UK drill, and Sticks and Scribs would be the main ones kicking it off. In February of 2013, Sticks dropped Let's Get It, which was his first song on a Chicago drill beat using a Chicago flow.
2 blunts and I'm back. Don't smoke without yak. Nah, niggas talking that crap.
In March, Dimzy, Scribs, and Monkey dropped their first Chicago-inspired song, which was called I'm Oche, I Don't Play.
In and out of them steams, breaking in them caves. My ooters them they spray, my dippers them they shake.
After these tracks, all of these artists would abandon the older dancehall, 2000s hip-hop, and grind beats, rapping almost exclusively on drill. Despite rapping on the same beats, this new UK drill movement was missing one thing from the original Chicago drill, and that was dissing. But towards the end of the year, this would change. In September, Sticks dropped a song called Really in the Fields. Scribs and Monkey decided to hop on the same beat and diss Sticks, and this track basically kicked off the back and forth dissing on songs between 150 and 6-7. Following this diss from Scribs and Monkey, Sticks got in the studio, and in December of 2013, he and M-Dog dropped a track called It's Crackin', dissing Scribs and the rest of 6-7 back. This track blew up, and to this day is one of the most iconic UK drill tracks ever. Scribs, Monkey, and Dimzy responded on the same beat with a track called It's Fryin', which also did numbers. Through 2014, 150 and 6-7 continued dropping, pioneering the new UK drill scene. However, in 2014, Scribs would end up running into legal troubles. UK laws are different from the US, and the police can ban an artist from making music using something called an ASBO, or Antisocial Behavior Order.
Before they put me on ASBO,
they gave Scribs to ban him from releasing music for 2 years. To get around the ASBO, Scribs started releasing music under the name LD and using a mask to conceal his identity. Under this new identity, he dropped a song called Live Corn, which went extremely viral, becoming another UK drill classic. It's also worth noting that the beat he used was from a LA Capone song called Separate Myself. Towards the end of 2014, more rappers would emerge onto the scene. Brixton was the home to several other gangs outside of 6-7 and 150, and one of these gangs was 410. This group was clicked up with 150 and beefed with 6-7, and in late 2014, some of their rappers started making noise after dropping a song called 4-Door Comin'. The primary rappers in the group included BT, Tiny Sykes, YS, and Rendo. They followed this up with another big song called No Hook and quickly established their place in the new movement. 410 and 150 were also allied with a gang called CT, which was the home to the rapper Perm, who made his name in 2014 with songs like What's All to Talk About and Dottie on the Ride. Dottie on the Ride is recognized as a UK drill classic, and it was one of the earliest UK songs produced by DJ L, a Chicago producer who would end up becoming...
And also too, bro, that was probably, I think that was like the first music video to have like a real live Dottie shown on freaking camera. Like they had to blur that shit out, but like that shit, no homo, that shit was like long as shit. That shit was like 12-foot long Dottie, bro. I don't know how he got that shit.
Godfather of the UK drill sound that would emerge in later years.
Most man talk about peas, most man wanna get chirped. Most man talk about guns, most man wanna get burst.
The 2014 to 2015 era was an important time in UK drill because it was during these years that the movement was defined and solidified, and through the second half of this time period in 2015, when the unique drill sound that is known across the world today first began to emerge. Throughout this year, established artists continued to grow their momentum, and tons of new artists continued popping up as well. A 150 song called Salute that dropped at the end of 2014 took off, and a 150 rapper called Grizzy dropped a song called Look Like You that also ended up blowing. This same year, 150 lost a rapper called SQ to the ongoing feud with 6-7. Several of 150's allies had blown up in 2014, and in 2015, rappers allied with 6-7 like Reeks and B and the A6 Collective began to take off. In April of 2015, Reeks dropped a big song called Blueprint that went on to do millions of views, and he was also featured on a couple of big 6-7 records. Around this same time, a group called 8-6 was beginning to make their name as well. In 2015, they made their name off a record called Most Man, and the main rappers in 8-6 were T Moolah, Gunna Grimes, Stampface, Scrams, and Baby R. Meanwhile, 410 continued their run, dropping big records like Came in the Room and 4-Door Truck. The biggest story of the entire year was the rise of Section Boys, a rap group from Croydon.
My brand new Hyundai Santa Fe.
Croydon?
We only paid.
Is that the same Croydon tape that is
Across Virginia, Amazon offers hourly employees health care on day one.
Mom, come!
Off a record called Most Man, and the main rappers in 8-6 were T Moolah, Gunna Grimes, Stampface, Scrams, and Baby R. Meanwhile, 410 continued their run, dropping big records like Came in the Room and 4-Door Truck. The biggest story of the entire year was the rise of Section Boys, a rap group from Croydon. In 2015, the group dropped huge hits like Trappin' Ain't Dead and Lock Off that allowed them to break into the mainstream. There's somewhat of a debate on whether they classify as UK drill because they made multiple types of genres, and their biggest songs like Lock Off and Trappin' Ain't Dead were definitely hip-hop, but not necessarily drill in particular. However, if you count their music as drill, then they were one of the most successful groups in the genre. In late 2015, two new artists from 410 called White Out Rendo and AM dropped a song called Kick Down Doors. The song would take off, and this new duo would soon become the face of the group. Many
I don't even know if that's what he be saying.
As the year the UK drill sound finally came together to give the movement its own unique identity. 6-7 started the year off strong, dropping Let's Lurk, a song that went crazy, racking up millions of views and ended up becoming a UK drill classic. The beat from this song got even more viral after UK comedian Big Shaq used it on a parody freestyle that ended up turning into Man's Not Hot. After Let's Lurk, 6-7 was red hot, and in June, Scribs, who had been going under LD for the past 2 years, was finally free to take off the mask and return to dropping music under the name Scribs, and in July he did so, dropping a track called Wicked and Bad. But this was most likely just for fun, because afterwards he continued using the name LD and wearing the mask. LD and other 6-7 members like Dimsy, Monkey, and R6 would continue doing numbers, both under the collective 6-7 name and individually, and the group had a very successful year. Throughout the year, 6-7 rappers also collaborated frequently with Stampface, T Moolah, Gunna Grimes, and the other 8-6 rappers, and these individual rappers, as well as 8-6 as a group, would end up gaining a heavy buzz in 2016 as well. The biggest story of the year was an artist from Kennington called Lowski, who dropped a song called Hazards that blew up, becoming arguably the biggest song of 2016 and an established UK drill classic. Lowski was part of a clique called the Harlem Spartans from the Kennington area of London. The set's most notable rappers outside of Lowski were Miz or Mac, Blanco, Biz, and TG Million. The group's main beef was with 410, but they also beefed with 150 and the other sets allied with 410. On the other side of London, a rapper called A1 from the 9 made a name.
Nigga, you're forgetting about Lowski. I mean, not Lowski. You're forgetting about fucking Zone 2. Nigga, they beefed them too.
Breaking onto the scene.
That's a main shit,
with
right?
A song called Optimus. Then, later in the year, he dropped another song called Take a Trip that also did numbers. A1 was from a group called N9, which beefed with the group called OFB. And 2016 was also a big year for an OFB rapper called Abracadabra.
Abra.
He dropped a song called Robbery that did numbers.
Abra.
The beat for Robbery was made by a producer called Yamaka. Yamaka was a leader in the new emerging UK drill sound around 2016. Out of all the producers from Chicago, DJ L had the biggest impact on the UK. He had produced the early hit Daddy on the Ride, and he always stood out from everybody else with his unique snare patterns, which created his signature bounce. And he used several very recognizable patterns, like this one where the counter snares build up and there's a delay on the regular snare that usually falls on the 4. And this one that uses a very catchy, repetitive counter snare pattern.
I'm feeling myself.
Oh man,
I'm feeling myself.
Yeah, it does have like a
UK
drill type of
producers
bounce,
were
like
inspired
with
by this bounce,
yeah, I
and
feel
it became
that.
standard in their beats. Around 2015, they added their own signature touches like bells, dark hits, as well as their iconic 808 slides.
Pocket, can't see the bulge in my coat. Bulge. Like holding me his blade, man, the man got guns that will sink down a boat.
They also frequently swapped out the 808s for subs.
Gangs on peds or toes with shanks do damage. Like all I hear is scooter and did like no one ain't banging.
From 2015 to 2016, all of this came together as the official sound of the UK. Because the sound was inspired by DJ L, and the main artists he worked with were Lil Bibby and G Herbo, who went by Lil Herb at the time, UK producers uploaded their beats to YouTube with the new UK sound, titled as Lil Herb, Lil Bibby, and DJ L type beats, and a few of these producers became very popular. 3 of the main ones were Axel, KXT, and Yamaka. It was these Lil Herb, Lil Bibby, and DJ L type beats that Brooklyn rappers ended up stumbling on at the start of Brooklyn Drill. The same Yamaka beat Abracadabra used on Robbery was initially published to YouTube as a Lil Herb type beat, which you can see the fact that the official instrumental on Yamaka's page still has Herb's picture. Brooklyn rapper Jez Gasoline and several others will end up finding the beat on YouTube and record a song called Big Ops America that would be one of the tracks that kicked off Brooklyn Drill.
Wow.
So through 2016, the UK sound was becoming global. 6-7 had been a driving force in pioneering UK drill and had remained consistent on the scene, so it was only right that in 2016, with UK drill reaching new heights, they began getting some mainstream recognition. In November, they were nominated for Best Newcomer at the MOBO Awards, which is a big deal in the UK, and later in the year, they even had DJ Vlad reaching out to do an interview with them, something that didn't really happen often for UK artists.
Question. If gang pull up, are you gonna back your brethren?
2017 would be one of the biggest, but also one of the final years of UK drill. Early on in the year, 2 rappers called K-Trap and Mischief from a group called Gypset began taking off. They had initially begun buzzing in 2016 off a song called Trap
is that
Life
Gypsy
Clean,
Hill?
and in 2017 they continued dropping big songs, including several collabs with LD and other 6-7 members. In 2017, 410 rappers AM and Y. Rendo, who had changed his name to Skengdo, were hitting their prime, dropping songs like Crash, Behind Bars, and Foolishness, racking up tens of millions of views on YouTube alone throughout the year, going on a crazy run and leading the UK drill scene. The Harlem Spartans and 410 had a lot of the biggest records of the year.
That is a trackie,
but separate
damn.
from what they were doing.
Yo, when did y'all start wearing trackies in the UK? When did that start happening? Cause nigga, that's fucking AM and Skendo, nigga. They're like olders, bruh. So when the hell did y'all start wearing trackies? And when did trackies start being made? God
Dropped a
damn.
song called Take That Risk, which was widely embraced by the fans, becoming a UK drill classic. Another big song from this year was Drilling by Nito MB and Mad Max, 2 rappers from a set called 156, who were emerging faces on the UK scene at the time. Many OG UK drill fans view 2017 as the pinnacle of UK drill, because in 2018, things would change forever.
Get the pack and disperse it. Everything I got, man, I earned it.
The
If the bitches read, then I burn it. Free criminal, we got burned.
Where they were caught with machetes and baseball bats, most likely planning to slide on their op on everyone's radar. The explosion of 1011 on the drill scene made their case significantly more high profile, And on top of this, they were possibly the most disrespectful group yet. The trend of dissing the dead had hit the UK around 2015, but 1011 took the disrespect to another level, and the prosecution made sure to bring up their lyrics in court, leading to their trial getting for a stabbing that claimed the life of a 15-year-old.
Damn.
M-Trap's lyrics about shanking people and committing other violent acts were also presented in court, also becoming a big focus of the story when he was sentenced in March. In July, the verdict finally came out for the 5-10-11. In addition to all of this, all of their biggest songs were deleted from YouTube. For the previous 2 years, the UK police had been trying to get YouTube to take down music videos from various drill artists throughout London. And in 2017, the city had saw record numbers in
that Yanko Bayface?
while UK drill was reaching new peaks in popularity, and the police and media stated that there was a clear correlation. Then, 2 weeks after the 1011 sentencing and the removal of their videos from YouTube, YouTube decided to remove 30 more of the 60 videos the UK police had asked them to ban. And going into the future, YouTube removing videos at the request of the UK police would become a regular occurrence. In 2018, the beef between 410 and Harlem continued to heat up, with bodies dropping on both sides. One of the more notable being the rapper SA from the Harlem Spartans. The uptick in violence led to both groups being monitored closely by the police, and songs where certain people or events were mentioned were flagged quickly by the police and removed by YouTube. Solowski, AM, Skengdo, and various other rappers from these two groups were getting their songs taken down left and right. This was the situation for many big drill artists across London. In addition to having their music removed from the scene, some were receiving injunctions telling them they couldn't perform certain songs, and in the future, AM and Skengdo would end up doing jail time for performing a song they weren't supposed to. The police regulation on their music would drive many drill artists to step away from music, or at least distance themselves away from drill and try to transition to more mainstream genres. And for those who remain, censoring out the names of groups and people who were dissed in the songs became almost mandatory. From this point on, the artists who remained in UK drill would make it more mainstream, and artists like Headie One, Tion Wayne, M24, and later Central C would take it to new heights as far as popularity and numbers were concerned, but the music they made was more polished and mainstream and different from the gritty, raw tracks from the 2013 to 2017 era, and many would also complain that the production also began to get too repetitive. From 2018 to the current day, UK artists have continued making drill, but most OG fans recognize 2018.
Yeah, man, that's the video though. What y'all think in the comment section, man? What y'all think? What y'all think? Was he correct? You know what I'm saying? Was he correct on some of these points? And what y'all think? Put it in the comment section. Be sure to tap them links down below, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Until next.